Welcome back. This is Aquarium Hacks by Marcus. So I'm going to give you guys a few updates on my tanks. For instance, my Lake Tanganyika tank, my mixed Lake Tanganyika tank, I'm having to make a few little adjustments to that, and that's quite normal when it comes to fish and cichlids and stuff like that. My multifasciatus that I've moved most of the shells over on this side of the tank, and I'm going to show you here in a minute. They have kicked out some other shell dwellers, and those shell dwellers have moved to the other side of my tank where the rocks is at, and they are starting to cause a few problems with their territorial disputes with some of the other fish. And so I've set up some shell dwellers traps in order to get them out of there, as many as I can off of that side, and I'm going to trade them in at the fish store, or I might sell them. But they definitely have to go because I want the multifasciatus just to be on one side of the tank where the shells is at, not interfering with the rock dwellers and causing problems over there. So what I've done here, and I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but if you want to catch multifasciatus, there's two ways to do it without taking all the shells out and doing the shell thing, putting a crate on top of a aquarium filled halfway with water, and then they get out of their shells. But I want to show you another way on how to do that. Just go to your local hardware store and buy you this is 3/4 inch PVC pipe, and make sure you get the ones that sink in the water, the ones that don't float. I think this is the ones that don't float. I think they're ABS maybe, but this is these are here definitely don't float. This is 3/4 inch, and the end cap is an inch. Now you thinking, how can a 3/4 how can an inch end cap fit on a 3/4 inch PVC? Well, it fits very well, as you can see here. It's a very good fit, and the reason why it fits so well on there is you have to make sure that when you get your 3/4 inch PVC piping, that you have some little words. I don't know if you can see those or not, but it'll be here it goes. But you have those little words here that's on there that makes it a little bit thicker, or it'll have a little space like that that's on the end that'll make it just thick enough where you can take an inch end cap and put it on there, and that way it's on there. Okay, so what's going to happen here? Well, the multifasciatus that don't have any shells to dwell in, they really don't like too much to dwell in rocks, even though they will dwell in rocks, but they would rather be in something like this. So they will swim in there, and then early in the morning or late at night, when everybody's settled down, you just simply grab them, put them in, and then pour them out into your tank, get ready to sell them. So it's a very easy and effective trap. So let's take a look at how everything is going, and I'll show you how these things are working for me inside of my tank and what I'm going to do. So let's take a look at the tank. So sorry about the glass being dirty, haven't cleaned it off, so it's definitely a nasty glass on the outside. But as you can see here, all my multifasciatus, I have moved them. They're mostly on this side of the tank. Now, and that way they can, have their own little section and be all right. Now what these guys have done is kicked out these multifasciatus. Now you see where I have the white piping at? So they kicked these guys out, and now these guys are dwelling on this side of the tank. I really don't want that because when they're on this side of the tank, they're going to be displaying territorial disputes, being aggressive toward the other fish, which that's totally fine. But when it's a constant problem, it can definitely be something that you have to adjust and redo. So I set up these little traps here. They're already starting to dig in them, starting to breed around them, and that's my plan there, is to catch these guys and get them out of here. But I have to do it early in the morning. So they got kicked out over on this tribe. This tribe did not want them over there, and now they are over here. And I did not want I thought I wanted to look where all the shells were all the way down, but I did not like that look. So I just want them over in one little section and keep these guys in another section over here. Okay, so that's what's happening with this tank. Now you remember Pebbles, the betta? Well, let's go over here and I'll turn on the light for you. So Pebbles is now in his permanent home. He is in this home and just is doing just as well as he possibly can be doing. Such a good little fish too. And he is in here. See he's just right there, just not afraid of me at all. Just from day one, he's always been very nice, very calm with my hand, and just never had any problem with that whatsoever. I could even pick him up out of the tank with my hand if I wanted to, but I don't. But yeah, so that's Pebbles, the betta. He is in here with shrimp. And now what was so amazing was when I got Pebbles out of his 5-gallon tank, guess how many shrimp, because the shrimp was very small when he was in there. I picked out 10 almost grown shrimp out of that 5-gallon tank. So when I did that, I then knew that Pebbles was going to be fine in this shrimp tank. Now when he first got in here, he did chase around some shrimp. I didn't see him eat any, because he's not really that great of a hunter, but I did see him chase some around. So it wouldn't surprise me if he ate some very small ones that he could put in his mouth. But it's not going to hurt this tank much, because I've got so many shrimp in here, and I've got so many different decorations in this tank and in hiding spots, that I really don't fear that I will have a shrimp population that will be decimated. And so he's doing really good in this tank. He's a warrior. He survived some tail rips. I think some ghost shrimp got after him till I got rid of him. And my Pendagueras, I think, kind of messed up his tail when I had him in that 5-gallon tank. But he survived all that and is doing just fine, doing just excellent. So I'm really, really, really happy about that. And I know I will have tons of shrimp in here, snails, and of course my little Aquariums, which are doing great in here. So everything's working out really, really good in this well-balanced tank. So I just wanted to update you guys on some things that was going on in the aquariums. Hopefully that little hack about how to catch multifasciatus and get them out of your tank if you have shell dwellers in there that you might need to get rid of or change some things up. Hopefully that was a help to you, and hopefully the hack of catching not catching, I'm sorry, but hopefully the hack of that you can mix bettas in with shrimp, long as you have got enough decorations in your tank, enough planting in your tank. I think your shrimp for the most part will be okay. Now I'm not saying that the betta won't eat some small shrimp, but I think overall it will become a balanced tank. You do have to look out for bettas that are, I would say, probably the shorter fin variety. They might be more amped to be able to be better hunters than the long fin variety. So that might be something that you might want to think about when you're keeping bettas with shrimp. I think the long fin variety have a harder time catching a shrimp than the short fin variety. But I honestly believe it will work with any variety, as long as you got a bunch of shrimp that you're starting off with first, and then you add your betta later on. So those are some of the tips that I just want to give out to you today. And I'll be coming out with some more hacks videos later on. Okay, until then, hey, keep on hacking.